You've done everything right. You've tilled the soil, amended it with rich compost, and planted your seeds with the care of a loving parent tucking in a child. You water them, whisper encouragement, and maybe even play them a little classical music just in case. But when your squash blossoms appear and then wither without fruiting, or your berry bushes yield a disappointingly sparse crop, you might start to question your green thumb. It can feel like a personal failure, a betrayal by the very earth you've worked so hard to cultivate. We often focus so intently on the ground beneath our feet, we forget to look up and see what's missing from the air. The secret ingredient isn't a new fertilizer or a forgotten watering schedule. The truth is, the most powerful ally for your garden doesn't come in a bag or a bottle. It comes on tiny wings, buzzing with purpose. I'm talking about bees, of course. These incredible creatures are the unsung heroes of every successful harvest, the master matchmakers of the plant world. Without them, your garden is like a beautiful ballroom full of dancers waiting for the music to start. The potential is all there, but the magic simply cannot happen. Forget everything you think you know about miracle grow formulas. The real miracle is pollination, and bees are its most diligent and effective practitioners, working tirelessly from dawn until dusk. Many new gardeners, especially those stewarding their first piece of land, believe their primary job is to plant and water. They see the soil as the beginning and end of their responsibility. But a truly thriving ecosystem, one that builds generational health and wealth, requires a broader perspective. It involves creating a complete habitat. Think of it this way, you can build a beautiful house, but if you don't build roads to get to it, no one can visit. Your flowers are the houses, and the bees are the vital visitors who travel those invisible roads, turning blossoms into the bounty that feeds your family and enriches your land for years to come. So, before you invest another dollar in soil amendments or fancy new seed varieties, I urge you to consider investing in the workforce that will make all your other efforts worthwhile. Welcoming bees into your backyard, whether through thoughtful planting or by starting your very own hive, is the single most impactful step you can take to transform a simple garden into a vibrant, self-sustaining oasis of abundance. It's a partnership, a beautiful dance between flora and fauna, and you are the choreographer. Let's explore how simple and rewarding it can be to invite these fuzzy little gardeners to join your team. The very idea of keeping a hive of thousands of stinging insects a few feet from your back door can sound, to put it mildly, a bit bonkers. Images of cartoon characters running from angry swarms, swollen and covered in bumps, have done a real disservice to these gentle creatures. The first and biggest myth is that backyard beekeeping is dangerously difficult. People imagine it requires a PhD in entomology and a suit of armor worthy of a medieval knight. The reality is far less dramatic. Modern beehives are designed for safety and ease of use, and honeybees are surprisingly docile. They want to go about their business of collecting nectar, not wage war on your family. With a little education and a calm demeanor, tending a hive is a peaceful, almost meditative experience. Another common misconception is the cost. Aspiring beekeepers often see dollar signs dancing in their heads, imagining a hobby reserved for the wealthy landowner with acres to spare. They picture elaborate setups and expensive equipment that seem far out of reach. While you can certainly spend a fortune, you absolutely don't have to. A simple starter hive, a basic smoker, a veil, and a hive tool are all you truly need to begin. Many beekeeping communities have equipment sharing programs, and you can often find used gear in great condition. The bees themselves can even be captured for free if you learn how to safely collect a wild swarm, providing a no-cost start to your apiary adventure. Perhaps the most harmful myth is that keeping bees is somehow bad for the bees themselves. Some worry that we are exploiting them, stealing their hard-earned food supply and interfering with their natural lives. This couldn't be further from the truth. Responsible beekeepers are more like stewards than owners. We provide a safe, sturdy home, protect them from predators and diseases, and ensure they have enough food to survive the winter. In return, we harvest only the surplus honey, the extra stores they don't need. In a world where wild bee populations are facing catastrophic decline due to habitat loss and pesticides, backyard beekeepers are providing crucial safe havens for these essential pollinators. Finally, there's the myth of space. You don't need a sprawling country estate to keep bees. A small corner of a suburban backyard, a flat rooftop in the city, or a dedicated patch on a small homestead is more than enough. Bees are efficient foragers and will happily travel up to 3 miles to find nectar and pollen, meaning your small space is just a home base for their wide-ranging work. They aren't picky about their address, as long as it's safe and provides a clear flight path. By letting go of these sticky myths, you open the door to one of the most rewarding and beneficial hobbies you could ever undertake. When people think of beekeeping benefits, their minds usually go straight to one thing: a jar of glistening, golden honey. And who can blame them? There is nothing quite like the taste of honey harvested from your own backyard, a flavor infused with the unique essence of your neighborhood's flowers. It's a sweet reward, a delicious trophy for your efforts. But the true value of welcoming bees onto your land extends far beyond that sticky, sweet treat. The most immediate and profound impact you will witness is in your garden itself. Your plants will experience a pollination boom like never before. Suddenly, those once finicky squash plants will be heavy with fruit, and your apple trees will be so laden with produce you'll be begging neighbors to take some. This explosion of productivity is a direct result of improved biodiversity. Bees are champions of genetic diversity in the plant world. As they move from flower to flower, they cross-pollinate, creating stronger, more resilient plants. This doesn't just benefit your vegetable patch, it strengthens the entire local ecosystem. Wildflowers you haven't seen in years may begin to reappear. Native berry bushes will thrive, providing food for birds and other wildlife. Your land becomes a more vibrant and robust habitat, a living testament to the interconnectedness of nature. You aren't just keeping bees, you are actively participating in the restoration of your local environment, one buzz at a time. For your family, the benefits are just as tangible. Beekeeping is an incredible educational tool, offering hands-on lessons in biology, ecology, and personal responsibility. Children learn where their food comes from and gain a deep respect for the tiny creatures that make it possible. It connects them to the cycles of the seasons in a profound way, from the first nectar flow of spring to the final honey harvest of fall. This connection to the land and its processes is a cornerstone of building generational wealth, not just financial wealth, but a wealth of knowledge, skill, and reverence for the natural world that can be passed down through the family. Moreover, a healthy hive produces more than just honey. You can also harvest beeswax, a wonderfully versatile product for making candles, salves, and natural wood polishes. There's also propolis, a resinous substance bees create that has powerful antimicrobial properties, and even royal jelly, a nutrient-rich food packed with benefits. Your single beehive becomes a miniature factory producing a range of valuable, all-natural products for your home and family. It's a closed-loop system of abundance where a small investment of care yields an incredible diversity of rewards, enriching your garden, your family, and your connection to the land. Long before we had pharmacies on every corner, our ancestors had the wisdom to look to nature for their remedies, and the beehive was one of their most trusted medicine cabinets. Raw, unprocessed honey is so much more than a simple sweetener for your tea. It is a powerhouse of natural healing, packed with antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory properties. A spoonful of local raw honey can do wonders to soothe a sore throat, coating it with a protective layer while its natural enzymes go to work fighting off germs. This is especially true for local honey, which contains trace amounts of local pollen that can help your body build a tolerance and reduce seasonal allergy symptoms over time. The uses for this liquid gold extend beyond internal remedies. Its antibacterial qualities make it an excellent topical treatment for minor cuts, scrapes, and burns. Applying a thin layer of raw honey to a clean wound can help keep it moist, create a protective barrier against infection, and even speed up the healing process. You can create a simple healing salve by gently warming a quarter cup of coconut oil and mixing in a tablespoon of raw honey and a tablespoon of finely ground oats. Once cooled, this mixture is perfect for soothing dry, irritated skin or minor rashes. It's a simple, effective remedy made from ingredients you can produce right on your own land. Beyond honey, beeswax is another gift from the hive with countless uses. This natural wax provides the perfect base for creating your own non-toxic lip balms, lotions, and salves. A simple lip balm can be made by melting 1 part beeswax with 2 parts shea butter and 2 parts coconut oil. You can add a drop of peppermint essential oil for a refreshing tingle. These homemade products are not only free from the harsh chemicals found in many commercial varieties, but they also carry the satisfaction of self-sufficiency. You are turning a byproduct of your hive into something that nourishes and protects your family's skin. The hive offers even more. Propolis, the sticky bee glue they use to seal their hive, is one of nature's most potent antibiotics. You can make a tincture from it to boost your immune system or use it as a natural mouthwash to promote gum health. Tending a beehive isn't just about gardening. It's about reclaiming forgotten knowledge and building true resilience. It's about having a pharmacy in your backyard, a source of wellness that connects you directly to the health of your land. This is the kind of practical wisdom we share at Ancestry Lands, helping people build a legacy of health and independence. Even if you're not ready to become a full-fledged beekeeper just yet, you can still turn your property into a 5-star resort for local pollinators. The first and most important step is to provide a reliable food source. Bees need nectar for carbohydrates and pollen for protein, and they need it from early spring through late fall. The key is to plant a wide variety of flowers that bloom at different times throughout the seasons. For early spring, plant crocuses, snowdrops, and willow trees. As the weather warms, move into bee-friendly powerhouses like lavender, borage, sunflowers, and coneflowers. Don't forget about herbs. Bees adore the tiny flowers on oregano, thyme, and mint. Next, think about water. Bees get thirsty, especially on hot summer days while they're working to cool the hive. A traditional bird bath can be too deep and poses a drowning risk. Instead, create a simple and safe bee watering station. Fill a shallow dish or pie plate with marbles, pebbles, or small stones, and then add water until it just reaches the top of the stones. This gives the bees a safe place to land and drink without the danger of falling in. Place it in a sunny, sheltered spot in your garden, and be sure to refresh the water every couple of days to keep it clean and inviting. Providing shelter is another wonderful way to support native bee populations, which are often solitary and don't live in large hives. You can easily make a DIY bee hotel to give these gentle pollinators a safe place to nest. Simply take a block of untreated wood and drill holes of varying sizes, between 1/4 and 3/8 of an inch, about 3 to 5 inches deep, but not all the way through. Alternatively, you can bundle together a collection of hollow stems like bamboo or reeds, and place them inside a tin can or small wooden box. Hang your bee hotel in a sunny spot, and you'll be providing a crucial nesting site for hardworking mason bees and leafcutter bees. Finally, and this is the most critical step, you must commit to a pesticide-free environment. Insecticides, herbicides, and fungicides, especially neonicotinoids, are devastating to bee populations. They can kill bees outright or weaken their immune systems, making them susceptible to disease. Embrace natural pest control methods and learn to tolerate a few weeds. A pristine, weed-free lawn might look nice to some, but to a bee, it's a desert. By providing diverse food, clean water, safe shelter, and a chemical-free zone, you are not just attracting bees, you are becoming a vital part of their survival and ensuring your garden reaps the rewards. Every seasoned homesteader has a few tricks up their sleeve, passed down through generations or learned through years of patient observation. These aren't things you'll find in a modern textbook, they are nuggets of folk wisdom born from a deep connection with the land. One such technique, often shared in quiet conversations among Amish and other traditional farming communities, involves using honey itself as a tool for both pest control and bee attraction. It's a beautifully simple method that works in harmony with nature's own systems rather than against them, reinforcing the symbiotic relationship between your garden and your hives. The method is wonderfully straightforward. You create what is essentially a honey tea for your plants. Take a gallon of water and mix in 1 or 2 tablespoons of raw, unpasteurized honey, preferably from your own hives, but any local raw honey will do. Stir it until the honey is completely dissolved. This sweet solution serves a dual purpose. When you spritz this mixture lightly onto the leaves and blossoms of your fruiting plants, like tomatoes, peppers, and squash, the faint sugary scent acts as an irresistible beacon for your honeybees and other pollinators, drawing them directly to the flowers that need their attention the most. But here's where the wisdom deepens. This same sweet spray is also a deterrent for certain garden pests. Many soft-bodied pests like aphids and spider mites find the sticky residue unpleasant and will often avoid plants that have been treated with it. Furthermore, the honey solution can encourage the growth of a beneficial fungus called sooty mold. While that sounds alarming, this dark-colored fungus grows on the sugary residue, not on the plant itself, and it can actually interfere with the pest's ability to feed. It's a gentle, natural way to protect your plants without resorting to harsh chemicals that would harm your precious bees. This is just one example of the kind of integrated, holistic thinking that turns a good homesteader into a great one. It's about seeing the connections, how a product of the hive can be used to support the garden, which in turn feeds the hive. There are countless other secrets to discover, from using specific companion plants to mask the scent of your vegetables from pests, to creating fermented plant juices to boost soil health. This is the kind of practical, time-tested knowledge we are passionate about preserving and sharing at Ancestry Lands, helping you build a truly self-sufficient and abundant life. Embarking on your beekeeping journey is an exciting adventure, but a few common missteps can quickly turn that excitement into frustration. The single biggest mistake a beginner can make is starting too big. It's tempting to want multiple hives right away, dreaming of gallons of honey, but this often leads to feeling overwhelmed. Start with 1, or at most 2, hives. This allows you to learn the unique seasonal rhythms of your colony, understand their needs, and build your confidence without stretching yourself too thin. Mastering 1 hive is a far greater achievement than mismanaging 3. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Another frequent blunder is neglecting regular hive inspections. Out of fear of disturbing the bees or simply due to a busy schedule, some new beekeepers adopt a set it and forget it mentality. This is a recipe for disaster. Regular, calm inspections, about every 7 to 10 days during the main season, are crucial for monitoring the queen's health, checking for signs of disease or pests like varroa mites, and ensuring the colony has enough space to grow. Ignoring your hive is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. Small problems can quickly escalate into catastrophic failures if not addressed early. Many beginners also make the mistake of harvesting honey too early or taking too much. After all your hard work, it's incredibly tempting to take as much of that liquid gold as you can. However, you must remember that honey is the bees' food source. Their essential fuel to survive the cold winter months when no nectar is available. A colony that is starved of its winter stores will not survive until spring. Always be conservative in your harvest. A good rule of thumb is to only take from the surplus honey boxes, the supers, and to leave the brood boxes completely full for the bees. Your bees' survival is always the top priority. Finally, avoid placing your hive in a poor location. Tucking it away in a shady, damp corner of your property might seem convenient, but it can lead to a weak and sickly colony. Bees need morning sun to warm up and get flying, and good air circulation to prevent moisture buildup and disease inside the hive. They also need a clear, unobstructed flight path. Don't place the hive entrance directly facing a busy path, your back door, or a neighbor's yard. A little forethought and placement will prevent countless future headaches for both you and your bees, setting the stage for a successful and harmonious partnership for years to come. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you are well on your way to becoming a confident and successful beekeeper. For more tips on building a productive and sustainable homestead, from the soil up to the hive, I invite you to join our community. At Ancestry Lands, we are dedicated to helping people reclaim their independence and build generational wealth through the wisdom of the land. Subscribe to our channel to discover more secrets for a thriving garden and a resilient life. The journey to abundance starts with a single step, or in this case, a single buzz. Welcome the bees and watch your world bloom.